Oh
We
yeah,
are-
we're live.
We're live. Look at that.
All those
Yep.
people, they're watching us, and we're not naked. This is weird.
Eek.
Yeah, but I'm
We're not-
naked under this clothes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from the waist down.
Fair. That's fair. Russ, don't stand
We're-
up.
We're
Actually,
not here to talk about our adult film career.
Russ, I wouldn't mind it if you did stand up.
Oh,
The most-
there you go. There you go, folks.
There you
Welcome
go.
to Sunday Funnies.
Sunday, yeah, it would be funny, I tell you.
And yes, I am definitely.
As well, I've got a widescreen camera.
I'm getting ready to put up a little blarty blurt thing. Really, that's gonna go. It's gonna have to stand up.
Don't mess with the bull, young man. You'll get the horns.
That's like what I was trying to see.
Behave yourself now.
How dare you?
Charles isn't here.
God,
have
anyone
enjoyed
who's
that.
watching now comes in with that. This is gonna be a great show.
He'd have stood up for her.
In more ways than one, but a boom.
The general's at attention.
Hey, folks, it's time for Sunday Funnies.
It wasn't you guys who hijacked my website, was it?
No,
Well,
In a
I was
bizarre,
bored.
frantic attempt to get more viewership, we decided to go blue this morning.
Yeah.
there we are. Yes, we're blue now here on our tags. I can change that though. Why bother? Here we go. Sunday Funnies.
I usually use purple.
Let's talk about buttered sausage. Talk about
All right. No, not today.
No buttered sausages today, huh?
Got a sausage, better off buttering it.
Well, I mean,
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Anyway.
Look at this one I've got. It's my dad's defence medal from the war.
that's
Oh,
cool.
And one of his cap badges. Whoops, can you see that?
Nice.
Can you see it?
yeah.
That's great.
Great.
So
Oh.
that'll be- I'm going to put that in a frame sometime.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Absolutely. Come on in, folks. Time for the Sunday Funnies for the 3rd of November.
Dear God,
Wow.
the year has just flown by.
Is it 3 days away from Guy Fawkes Day?
Yep.
Yeah.
But we don't,
Right,
we don't celebrate that anymore because we're English and we're not allowed.
Oh, okay.
We have to celebrate Halloween, which has nothing to do with us, I don't
Is
think.
that what it is?
Yeah.
We had to celebrate daylight savings time this morning, set our clocks. back.
Yeah.
Now,
Hours sleep.
Scott Rosema has no excuse not to be here.
That's very true.
Anyway.
I disagree. I disagree. He has the perfect excuse. He is Scott Roseman.
He is the Rosema.
Okay, fine, be that way.
I celebrate whatever our socialist overlords demand of me.
Big Brother
I
is
went to a
always
Guy
watching.
Fawkes celebration
Yep.
years ago. It was fun.
I'm still waiting for the clocks to strike 13.
Ba-dong.
Another story. All right. We're looking at Fire and Water today. Bill Everett, retrospective. Look at that. Nice book, nice and thick, lots of stuff.
Let's get to it.
And this has the infamous battle, water versus fire.
Yes. Well, at least it talks about it. So I'm your host, Randy Zimmerman. You can find the majority of my work over at aerocomics.store, where you can find such books as Calico of Shard and Paragon's a nice superhero story with artwork by J.R. Harris. And of course, Herobot Zero, which is a book I do myself about a little 3-foot-tall giant robot defending his city from large monsters, as long as he can do it on the clock. He's a little grumpy. But other than that, you can also find the few remaining copies of the Shadow Kingdom over there at aerocomics.store as well. And that ties into the Atlantean, which is currently on storefront for the next couple of days. until that print file goes to the printer. Everything else is done or about to be done. And we're only days away from actually having copies. So it's going to be great. And we want to thank everybody who contributed to that campaign over at fundmycomic.com. If you're interested in that, it's a continuing story off the foundation of Shadow Kingdom with Cull and Brule. Great sword and sorcery stuff. All original. This time, Atlantean #1. So go over there and take a look. Fundmycomic.com. All you got to do is call up the main page, and I think we're the second one up there. For now, at least. There's another big campaign ahead of us, but other than that, we're like #2 up there. And we hope that you'll buy in. We've got 137 backers last time I looked. 138 now.
So I'm fingers crossed that we can get to 150 before the end of In Demand. That would be fantastic.
That would be sweet. Absolutely.
That'd be great.
So go over there and check it out, folks. Fundmycomic.com. Also joining me this morning is the Alley Cat. Allison, introduce yourself, please.
Hey everyone, I'm Allison, the Alley Cat. I'm a streamer and comic book person who hangs out here in the Indie Comics Network and on Sundays with these fine gentlemen. Did I say that with a straight face this time? Okay. So yeah, I hang out with them, and you can check out on my Kickstarter, which I put a link down in the chat there, and you can get my comic, The Last Sentinel. It is basically high-flying martial arts in a broken world. Highly recommend it. It's a great book. Just take my word for it.
And we will show that more at the end of the broadcast.
Sounds great.
So hang around for a closer look at that. Also joining... Oh, go ahead. Didn't mean to...
Oh, no, I said I'd appreciate that. That's it.
No problem. Also joining us this morning is Mr. Glenn Fleming. Glenn, introduce yourself, please.
Hi, everybody. My name's Glenn Fleming. I'm a writer, artist, and publisher. I spent 40 years in graphics and advertising design, working on lots of projects. But now I write books, and this is the book most relevant to this show, Jack Kirby, about my meetings with him. I publish Comics Unlimited, a 100-page magazine about comics, featuring articles and interviews and stuff like that. That comes out occasionally, it seems. And I also draw characters and things, and this is my character Hatch, and you can get this annotated book on Fund My Comic right now. This is a hardback. It details how he came about with the published and unpublished art, the process I use, and yeah, check it out. Otherwise, go to Amazon. You'll see 12 of the books I've written, other subjects. Put my name in Google and you'll find me.
All right. Also joining us this morning, Mr. Russ Leach. Russ, introduce yourself, please.
Morning, my name's Russ Leach. I am a comic book artist from the UK. You can find out all about my work over at russleach.com. Done some Batman, done some Marvel stuff, done some Doctor Who, bits and pieces. Most importantly, as Randy was saying, we're on the Atlantean right now, the continuing stories of Cull and Brule from the Shadow Kingdom, that initial book by Robert E. Howard that was adapted by Randy Zimmerman and we put out, which was very well received. You can still pick a copy of that up over at Amazon, or you can go over to Critical Blast, get it directly from them. I think we might earn a little bit more money from that, so go check that out. But do check out the Atlantean over at Fund My Comic, and if you want to find out about more about what we're doing with the Atlantean and what we're doing in general, artwork, books, publishing, all that kind of stuff, sign up for the email list over at russleach.com. There you go.
All right. And that Shadow Kingdom book is also available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and if your local bookstore orders books through the Ingram ordering system, they can get a hold of that as well. Just look for the Shadow Kingdom. Make sure it's the adaptation by myself and Russ Leach from Arrow Comics. You will love it. I'm telling you. It's great, great stuff. Fire and Water, folks. Bill Everett, The Submariner and the Birth of Marvel Comics. So a book I got at I think at the Book Warehouse for $14. Couldn't pass it up because of the subject matter, of course. Beautiful book by Blake Bell. He's done a number of historical comic collections in the past, comic books. Fire and Water. After the old contents page. Let's see when this was done. This was actually printed in typeface that is too small for me to read.
That was a good start.
I'm not even going to try. There you are. Let's switch glasses or nothing. It was a while ago. There's Bill, self-portrait.
Yes, he's drawing in the nude.
Almost. He's got flippers on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely flippers. Good. Kaiju. Stop that.
If you're unfamiliar with Bill Everett's work, he's the creator of Submariner. Did a lot of commercial work before that. He did a lot of commercial work after that, and worked at Marvel through the 40s and 50s and 60s, a little bit into the 70s, I believe.
Is he also the creator of Daredevil?
He was on the book.
Yeah, the first few issues.
Yeah, he might have designed that red and yellow costume to start with. Yeah, he was on the first issue.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Maybe issue 2. I think Joe Orlando came in for a couple issues, then Wally Wood came in for a couple issues, and
yeah, Wally Wood did the red suit.
Then was it Joe Orlando came back for a minute or so, and they didn't settle on a regular artist until issue 20, and the great Gene Colan took it over and ran with it like crazy. Did a phenomenal run on Daredevil. Just great stuff. We need to look at more of that and more of Gene's work as well. Early pictures of Bill, early drawings.
Nice looking lad, isn't he?
Yeah. Here's a Lucille Ball portrait.
I'm going to say, just before you moved your hand, I was going to say, that looks like Lucille Ball.
Yeah.
I say the same thing.
And boom, it is.
Amazing. Yeah. Really great stuff.
King, don't know her.
I am not familiar with her either, but she's probably a movie starlet. Great work there, though. More photographs of his youth.
Playing the piano as well.
As a young man, yeah.
Wow. Chiquita.
Not the Mr. Sunday. Yeah, anyway. Started working for Centaur Comics and Funnies. Famous Funnies.
Wouldn't that be in the 30s, wouldn't it?
Oh, it'd be the early 30s. Maybe late 20s? No, 30. This is 39 here.
Yeah, because he'd be about 22, 23 then, wouldn't he? So
yeah.
Be a young man.
Now, he was right there at the start of the industry, too. More mystery funnies.
Tyrant's Gold. His signatures are reminds me of Mike Grell and Elvgren. They have that similar.
Well, Grell's signature is kind of like a heartbeat. Starts with a line and then, turns into his signature and goes back to a line. This reminds me a lot, especially his older signature reminds me a lot of Steranko's palette signature, the one that he draws inside of a painting palette.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's Skyrocket Steel. You can tell that was by Bill Everett.
Yeah, he's even gone over his drawing to let you know.
Yeah.
This is the year X. About 25,500 AD. Why don't you just put it's the year 25,500 AD?
It's the year X. Everything was mysterious in X back then, Planet X and all of that.
So what he's saying there is 70 years ago, he's putting it is the year Twitter.
Yeah.
Bloody stupid.
Yeah. Throw it in the bin.
Get in the bin, X.
It's the cover for Blue Bolt.
I get the impression that Bill Everett likes water,
Yeah.
considering he did Submariner. And then look at that drawing there, that lovely composition, that circle around those legs and the shark or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's great.
He did more than that, as you'll see here in a second. Here's another great shot of him as a youth. Looking
Yeah, that's
all
the
dapper here.
That's the famous picture, isn't it, where he's got his pipe.
Yeah. Just so you know, he's smart. So he's got a pipe.
Yeah. And he's got glasses as well, so he's really smart.
Mhm.
Yep. Anyone who wears glasses is super smart.
It's a professor type. Yeah.
Except me.
I said anyone.
Target Comics, Amazing Man Comics. The Amazing Man. I think there were a couple of Amazing Mans back then. I know Eisner did one. Got in trouble for it. Too close to Superman. Yeah. Got in a puff of smoke.
This book is nicely presented.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
like the
is.
printing and everything. It's really
Yeah.
nice. Like that page weight they've got on it.
Paper stock on it is nice too. It's just a nice book in general. Good retrospective of his stuff. Takes 100% drawing power. Motion Picture Funnies Weekly. Recognized as one of the first actual comics, if not the first. They throwaway collection of comic strips they gave away at the theater.
Isn't that where Submariner Quasi first appeared?
Quasi, yeah.
Yeah.
It's first. It's cheap. It repeats. It's proven. It's just out, and it's all yours. 100% drawing power. We have Hydro Man. I always thought he had the weirdest costume, a see-through shirt made out of plastic. It looks like either that or it's real wet and clingy.
Looks like a kink.
Yeah.
Lovely lettering, though, isn't it? Great.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Lovely. Hydro Man. Why has he got a gun if he's underwater all the time?
Yeah,
And how's he got his head and his gun out of that pipe?
That's just not the reason why.
Not you're supposed to say, it's a comic.
Well, it's like the first issue of Ninja Turtles. They killed the Shredder at the end of it, the original comic. There, spoiler alert, from something from 40 years ago. He blows himself up with a thermite grenade. I'll let that sink in for people. So,
But he got better.
he did. The worms.
That's bad, but I've got something to prevent that. I think a fabric made of translite. It's transparent, like cellophane, but tough. Nothing can penetrate it, not even bullets. Well, that explains his see-through shirt. Swell. Maybe Joyce can make me a shirt and trousers of it. Let's see the stuff.
That guy there,
Right there.
sorry, that guy he's talking to
Mhm.
is Harry Osborn with that haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
the other way round. Yeah.
that Ditko curly hair thing.
Mm-hmm.
Why has he got a flying helmet on when he's trying his trousers on?
Well, because old aviator hats and goggles like that back then were cool.
No, because it's a comic.
That's just too.
Let's get our responses right.
Obviously, a fez would not quite look right. It'd be hard to stay on his head while he was swimming.
That's where Brian's going wrong.
Yeah. Look at that. That's nice.
So he's sort of a genie, isn't he? Coming out of that, the water.
Hey, he's made out of water. He's Hydro Man. Hydro Man. Because Aquaman's just too silly. Yeah.
Yep.
Regular fellas.
Regular.
Yeah. Regular.
Regular fellas. Heroic Comics.
This is what, 1940?
41.
41.
Cover dated May of 41.
Mm.
Number 6. Here's Dirk the Demon.
See, there's a perfect example of why, well, I won't say at all, but most comic artwork should be in black and white.
Uh-huh.
Because the colour spoils it, doesn't it? I think.
Sometimes.
Too muddy, but that black and white page there looks great. Oh, no, you don't. Bonk.
Of course, you say that bonk just as my kitten bonked me.
Well,
And it has a yowl.
that's a different connotation over here, Alison.
Yep, I had a feeling.
Literally.
Just yeah, going with it.
Another adventure of Dirk the Demon.
I mean, to be fair, this this video podcast thing is already in the toilet for the gutter from what we were doing earlier. So
Yeah.
I may or may not have started that.
Gutter. What?
Can you hammer a 6-inch spike through a board with your penis?
Not right now.
A girl's gotta have her standard.
Right.
Dirk the Demon.
Dirk the Demon. The Chameleon. Some great covers. Heroic Comics. Amazing Man Comics.
Was that Paul Quinn and Bill Everett?
Yeah. Paul Quinn and Bill Everett. There's no Dick Tracy influence right there.
I'm going to say it looks like
None.
Dick Tracy, yeah.
None at all. Yeah.
None whatsoever.
Fantastic.
The Chameleon. Nice lettering again there.
Yeah,
all
it's
by hand.
great, isn't it? It's fantastic, isn't it?
He's got kind of a tall font hand lettering style here.
Yeah.
He does
condensed.
that for years. Yeah. Tall and condensed.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more black and white.
Look at that. Sub-Zero. Brilliant.
Sub-Zero.
Ow. Is it supposed to be raining?
And that's
Look at how
before
great
Mortal
that
Kombat.
looks. Yeah.
Hold on there. Hey. Boom. It's great, isn't it? Yeah.
It's got strange power. He turns his strange power on the phone itself, but boom. Good thing he didn't have a pager. Terrific explosion blasts the two men back to the wall. As the smoke clears, Sub-Zero gropes through the wreckage for the remnants of the phone receiver. The case of this receiver concealed a small but powerful amount of high explosive. Oh, I was wondering where they got that idea.
Yeah.
And that explains the professor's visit and the telephone call. Right. Nice, quick brushwork at work here.
Yeah.
It's got to get that job done. Here he is again. Look at that.
Wow. Look at that. It's a bit deformed on that page, isn't she, that girl?
I like the dancing on the
Dancing
Yeah.
around it on
Yeah.
like a chandelier
yeah.
type of thing.
Look at that. How good is that camera with the gun in it? Holy smokes, I'm going to shoot you.
Holy smokes. What happened to her boobs?
That's what I'm just saying. She's a bit deformed, that one.
Wow.
Where are we looking? Here?
Top right.
I don't want to look anymore.
That's why she looks sad.
Different shapes and sizes, folks. That just adds to the variety, right? Yes. JD Rosario is in the house. My brother,
Good God.
do your thing. Your work is incredible. Thank you so much. JD, if you want to come in, I can send you a link if you're awake this morning. Love to have you on board. So let me know. Send me a note on Facebook if you can. I'll send you a link. Be happy to do it. Happy to have you here. Glad you're here at least watching us. Everybody else out there as well, make sure you hit that like button. Target Comics. Whirlwind Comics. That's cool. Look at that. Is that a racer? A racing car there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crashed.
It's on like a little spiral sketch pad here.
Yeah.
Another guy with goggles and a fin on his head. Sub-Zero Man. Captain Whirlwind. Major Million. Speedy Satan. That's a character for me. Z20. Harpsichord Homicide. Sub-Zero Man. What an interesting character, Speedy Satan.
Speedy Satan.
And it says, look at the bottom there. That's interesting. Where it says, is it OK Art? And it says January 1940, January the 19th or 11th, 1940.
And the company had a stamp for it. Property of Funnies.
Yeah, property.
Funnies One Corporation. Yeah, New York. And Bill gave it that flare design here underneath the notes.
Oh, that January the 15th. That's my birthday. That was
1940.
What's that? 15 years before I was born.
Anyone out there that's part of the Sunday Funnies group, the link is there on Facebook. If you want to come in, you're welcome to come in. We know some of you are up this morning that might not normally be up, thanks to good old daylight savings time. There's Submariner coming.
I better get out of here.
The birth of Marvel Comics. There's Marvel
How
Comics.
timely.
Timely, yep. That looks like a little dual shade action there.
Yeah.
Maybe. Give it that gray tone, break it up a little.
I think it's probably a flat wash, isn't it?
No,
I don't
sure
think.
looks.
Did they have that stuff in 1940?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Edit-
zero tone.
Came in with editorial cartoons. That's
okay.
old photography chemical. Yeah.
Okay.
Jonas says morning. It's 3:30 p.m. We're glad you're watching us whenever you watch us, James. Jonas, thanks for looking in on us. Appreciate you. There's Marvel Comics.
That's just a rough, isn't it?
It is. That's the little scribble here instead
Yeah.
of verbiage. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great, isn't it? His upper torso looks a bit dodgy, though.
The whole body looks a little dodgy, but who are we to complain? It's Bill Everett. Look at that hand.
Yeah. Mind you, like we said, it's only the rough, so.
Mm-hmm. And wisely, he tucks the other one back behind his leg.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to draw it. Oh, right back there. There we are.
He looks too big for that horse, doesn't he, on that photograph?
Yeah. Little big. I don't think he was a small guy. I think he was tall. 6'2", 6'4", something like that.
Look at those shoes. Has he got spats on there on those shoes? At the top.
Again. Here, yes, he does.
Fantastic. Lovely.
That's how you should be dressed while you're drawing.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
And a jacket.
Yeah.
And a pipe.
And a pipe in your glasses.
Mm.
Oh, while you're in the bath.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I often draw in a bath.
I always have a good pipe in the bath anyway, right?
Blow bubbles out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
The cops are doing their job as long as they don't be mean to people who are actually being innocent. Then I'm all gravy, baby.
All right.
Wow. Straining, he changes position.
Yeah. Okay. We're dredging now. Yeah.
It means you're a catcher, not a pitcher.
Right.
Dear God. And I come here. I try to come here every week.
Why are the electric?
Hey, you get off of that wall. Where do you
Get
think
down.
you're going?
Bash.
None of your business, stupid.
Wow.
Namor, who's like, proud and royal. None of your business, stupid.
Namor's mighty fist smashes the guard's jaw.
Oh,
Yes, his first couple of episodes, he tore up New York pretty hard.
Is that guys? That's his first day on the job. Hey,
Yeah.
What are you doing up there, mate? Smack.
Now he's got to go to the dentist.
Yeah.
Well,
What happened to you?
putting his face in the way of Namor's fist. It's obviously the problem.
What happened to you? I got smacked in the face by some bloke who jumped out of the water. You should have seen his eyebrows.
I would have thought he was a Vulcan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked like Mr. Spot before Mr. Spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pops his head out of the water and he goes, the Statue of Liberty. Huh. They'll not know what liberty means when I'm through with them. I'll conquer this nation and enslave all its people. I'll be Emperor of America and make these people pay for what they have done to me.
Right.
He may or may not be a villain.
Quite a chip on his shoulder there.
Yeah, he's a bit upset, isn't he?
One of the first anti-heroes in comics. Yeah.
He sounds like he should be in Berlin about the same time.
Just slightly before that, though. 1940.
Well,
Hitler's
Little
running
Kent.
around, but we haven't gotten into the war yet. Yeah.
well, we already were, so that don't count, does it?
Yeah.
Because you weren't in it.
Nope. We were sending boys over there to fly with you, though, the ones that wanted to go. At that point, people knew that there was trouble in the world. We were
Trouble
just
brewing. Yeah.
just a separatist nation at that point, staying out of it for as long as we could.
Yeah, well, you're giving us loads of weapons and arms, weren't you? All that stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Is that the Chrysler building? Little drill on top of it. Yeah.
Empire State Building.
Empire State Building.
Yeah.
Just in case the mole man wanted to use it.
Yeah. Or Thunderbirds.
Oh, I was going to say gave King Kong something to sit on, but that's not right.
No.
Crash.
Oh. It's almost like that Destroy comic we looked at a few months back.
Yeah.
Well, at least nobody got hurt. A little bit more destruction here by the Submariner in black and white.
It's melting. Bah, I'll fix you, hot stuff.
Fighting the torch.
Maybe. I have to say, there's not very well drawn, is it, really?
Well, if this is part of the first Submariner and Human Torch fight that was done, they had a whole issue dedicated to it. They literally did it in a weekend. There were like 6 guys stuck in a snowbound apartment, and everybody swapped pages and got the thing done.
Yeah, the thing was, I loved the idea, have it on my desk by Monday, and it was a Friday.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's where the famous guy in the bathtub was drawing and stuff like that.
Yeah. They kicked out like 25 pages between the 6 of them in a couple of days.
Yeah, it was a double-sized issue too.
Wow.
And it was a
Not that,
the cops got called on him a couple of times too.
not the last time Bill Everett got caught in a bathtub. That's a whole nother story. Anyway.
Yeah, let's not go there right now.
Human Torch and the Submariner. Here it is, kids.
Why were the kids called out, Alison? The cops.
Oh, they were called because they were making so much noise.
Oh, right. Okay.
A little bit of alcohol for the creativity.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was more than a little, but yeah.
Chat's live, folks, this morning. Feel free to add in, jump in. That dirty hunk of fire ought to be extinguished once and for all. If it weren't for Betty, I'd do it. Confound it. Why do I always obey her wishes? Hot
Damn
stuff.
woman, tell me what to do.
Damn it.
Why are they always called Betty, these girls? What is it?
It was a Betty.
Because I reckon they're just great in a sack. That's why he's decided. He's just like, he does what he's told.
But I thought this guy was in love with Sue Storm, so he's got this other girl before now.
Oh, that's not for another 40 years. Not
Yeah,
or
I
20,
think
25
she's
years.
grown
Yeah.
old. She's
Yeah.
grown old by then, and he's moved on.
Yeah, he's taken the Captain America serum and kept young.
Typical man.
He's a mutant. He doesn't age right anyway.
He's a mutant. I
before
thought he's an
mutants were a
Atlantean.
thing. He's a
Oh,
mutant.
no. He's they passed him off as a mutant in the X-Men decades
Did
ago.
they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was X-Men number 2 or 3, something like
All
that.
right.
He's the first mutant, as they say. But anyway. Okay.
Until they made
I thought
Apocalypse.
Wolverine was. Oh no, Apocalypse. Apocalypse was the first mutant.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
Apocalypse.
Until Apocalypse.
It's been retconned a few times, but yeah, the
Oh shit.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
All depends on the writer. Yeah.
Oh, I'm just bored and fed up with it all. Go away.
That's interesting. At the end of the text there, it says Goodman had this bona fide smash. Supposedly, I can't read it, it's blurred, but 15% of the profits with Joe Simon and 10 with Jack Kirby. I wonder if that was part of the problem.
That didn't sharpen it up at all, did it?
No.
Let's try it
Oh, you
again.
messed it up then, didn't you?
I guess. There we go.
There you go.
It says hot stuff burned the wings on my feet, so I can't fly, but I can still swim. I'll get back to my aerial submarine and go home until they heal and grow out again.
Did you say aerial submarine?
That's what he said. Aerial.
Yeah.
So right there, aerial submarine.
That doesn't make sense.
At least they don't show those wings flitting like a hummingbird.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that is a good thing.
Anyway. Here we are.
Not gonna go there.
Nope, not gonna go there. There's a little bit of inked work there.
Namor.
Namor.
Yep. Roman spelt backwards.
Yep.
Oh, is that what it is?
That is what it is.
Like red rum.
Yep,
Basically,
exactly.
Good job.
I mean, Liefeld, when he was doing his Extreme Comics, might have been part of Awesome. I don't know, whatever the thing he was doing for a bit. He actually made a Submariner character and called him Roman.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's clever. Like fought alongside Supreme and stuff.
Nice. There he is working at the desk.
Big pages.
Yeah, 2 up at this point. At least. Look at that.
Look at that letter in there, that fin. Look at that.
Yeah.
Fin.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fantastic, isn't it?
That was
I
his
like that.
entire
That's cool.
superpower, too. Yeah.
What, there's one big fin.
Yeah.
Ah.
Fin.
He's the fin.
You can do an impression of Jaws.
And you've got his cousin, Fin Fang Foom.
That came later.
That's why he's his cousin.
Yeah.
Twice removed. Yeah.
It's right up there with It, the Living Colossus.
We don't talk about that one.
There's a comic book creators dinner.
Wow.
All the Atlas crew, or the Timely crew, I should say, at that point.
I think they were Timely then, right? Then they
Yeah.
became Atlas, and they went back. Then they became Marvel eventually.
Well, there was such a constraint on distribution
Yeah.
that national periodicals, which turned into DC, had that.
Yeah, they had the
Timely-
stranglehold on it.
Timely actually split off into Atlas so that they could put more books on the stand.
Yeah, that was it. I knew there was some story to how
Yeah.
they had that. I just couldn't remember what it was.
Till they got figured out, and then they ended up becoming Marvel shortly after that. Carl Burgos and Bill Everett. It's great. Once the war started, all bets were off. Submariner was running like a torpedo through German subs, and Human Torch was burning Japanese spies like they were nothing. Submariner. That's a hint of his later greatness, his style. It's really coming through here.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a lot better, you know.
Yeah. It's a great, great time for him. It's real fun stuff. Some character drawings.
Yeah, these will all be guys he's met in the service, won't they?
High-waisted, big-eared. Look at that. Fatigue.
I love seeing stuff like that, just like concept art and things.
Yeah, it's fun. Even then, the wrinkles. Sweet. Really well done. It's the War on Comics, 1946 to 1957. Mystery Tales. I live with corpses.
You really
Headless guy there.
that art is. I love that art. That's great.
That is great.
And I don't think I'd want to admit that I lived with corpses. It just makes you look kind of weird.
I think Bill Gaines must have seen this cover and thought, "Oh, I like that idea." In the back of his mind for 10 years, you know.
Yeah. Oh, less than that. It's probably right there during that period, actually.
46, 57. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
EC.
EC was
he was-
53.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was close to running EC at
Yeah.
that time. So
That's 54 here.
Right.
That's when that was done. Yeah.
yeah, so that's right around the time of Tales and all that.
They were running hard at this point. Yeah. Real big.
Everybody was like, "Let's do our own stuff."
There he is in the war.
Do you know, I've never read an issue of Millie the Model and Patsy Walker.
Really?
I've seen them, but I've never actually read an issue.
Oh.
I've seen. I know John Romita used to work on Millie the Model, didn't he?
Yeah.
Early on, it's why he's good at drawing pretty women, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But I've never actually read a whole issue of it. In fact, I've never even said this before. Read any of Kirby and Simon's romance books from the late 40s.
Oh.
I've never read one from cover to cover.
That's surprising.
Surprises me, but I've never seen them to read them. I've seen in magazines and things, you know, and on these shows, but I've never actually read one. Certainly never held one.
Kevin Strange says, "Keep up the great work. Almost at 1,000 subs." Yeah, that's the who is that? Indie Comics Network's past 1,000, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably one of you guys that you're streaming.
Must be
this to.
Comic Book Black
I
Belt.
think I'm on. Yeah, I'm on 880, 890, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we are on multiple platforms this morning. The Black Belt YouTube channel, Comic Book Black Belt YouTube channel, the Indie Comics Network YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And the Randy Zim YouTube channel. Yeah, the Indie Comics Network is 1.11K subscribers right now.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yep, thanks, Kevin, very much.
Oh, it's getting better. Look at this. Yeah, this is.
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, his style's really coming through, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I love this time, and especially with they're farther in, they show him coming back to Marvel and just kicking ass on Submariner. Just a great stylized stuff. Love it. Really nice. An unfortunate girl dies. Namor discovers a laboratory. Namora takes a ride on a diving platform. A lunatic professor runs amok, and the Submariner breaks the case of the bends. Got a cousin real early on then. There we are.
There you go. Look at that.
Cleaning up.
That's great. I love cartoony stuff like that. I'm just gonna swing this guy around and beat people with them.
That's right.
That's fantastic.
Oh, Grandma.
For the captions in this book, Timely is listed as any Martin Goodman owned work from 39 to 49. Atlas is listed as any work in the 50s, and Marvel is listed as work in the 60s, 70s. This is because Atlas was Martin Goodman's distribution company in the 50s and not the name of the whole company. But it was also the brand under which he would advertise his books. The name of the company for all of Martin Goodman's business was Magazine Management Incorporated. That's what was on the doors and the checks in the 50s. And many comic book artists knew the company as this, not Atlas or Marvel.
Huh. That's kind of cool.
It's astonishing.
He's developing a nice line on his work, isn't he?
Yeah.
That horse head is good. Horses are a pain in the ass to draw.
Marvel Tales. The Thing in the Sewer.
That's a real eerie page again, isn't it, on the right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Great cartoony look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun style.
I wonder if he was taking some influence from Jack Davies.
Yeah.
Everybody was influencing everybody, I think, at this point.
Yeah. No, I would definitely agree with that.
Weird Worlds. On sale every month. Uncanny Tales. A fun illustration.
They've got the eerie layout, haven't they? With the little side,
Mm-hmm.
you know, where an eerie the guy's head is the vault keeper and all that.
Yeah.
Down the side.
A lot of them had that at this point.
Yeah. Because they're watching what the there was a little note I read in the text just before, Stan Lee saying you could tell what was popular by looking at what we were printing, which is sort of obvious, but they're all copying, aren't they? So somebody will have seen Eerie and heard that it was doing well, so they copy the layout of the cover.
Yeah,
you know, with these little smaller panels and heads on and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just love the logos. I think they're brilliant.
Yeah.
I love that look.
Adventures into Weird Worlds.
I'll be right back.
All right. The Pit of Horror. Satan is waiting.
That's the real Namo pose, isn't it?
Yeah.
By Bill Everett as well. He would draw that pose.
Mm-hmm. A couple times, quite a few times over. Same here.
Yeah.
It's Satan is waiting.
Satan is waiting. Satan ain't Craig.
Adventures into Terror. Men's Adventures.
Ooh.
Couple of covers from suspense-packed pages. Suspense on sale every month. More men's adventures. The strangest men's adventures ever told. The Wrong Body. Nothing is Left Alive. And The Bones and Other Thrillers. The guy melting while talking on the phone.
It's too late.
It's a real, almost Eisner-esque sequence there.
Yeah.
For a cover. I'm sorry, but I can't understand you. Will you please repeat? It's too late. Oh. There's Weird Adventures. We got a little empty space up here next to men's. What are we going to put? Let's put a couple of explosions. I don't know, men's Weird Adventure.
Who's written the book, Randy? The actual text in this. Who's written the book?
This is Blake Bell.
Right.
He's done a number of these kind of collections, different subjects. Men's
Man comics.
Yeah.
Hello.
Dangerous battles. Breathless suspense.
I'll tell you what they do. To me, these covers, they do the job. They make you want to pick it up and read it, don't they?
Yeah, that's the whole.
They do the job.
Purpose. They're sitting on a newsstand. They have to be seen, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what they do. Love the hand here. This whole steel coffin. What does that say? Submarine can be two things. It can be a deadly undersea killer, but it can also be a steel coffin. Must have decided water was his specialty.
And a fantastic bath toy.
Yeah. Pizza 33 is in the house. Says hello. Hello, Pizza 33. Hope you're doing all right. Thanks for joining us. Glad everybody's here this morning. We're looking at Fire and Water, a retrospective of Bill Everett in the early days of Marvel. There's a comparison.
How much better does that look in black and white?
Yeah. Especially with those beautiful gray tones here underwater.
You can
Just
see all the
fantastic.
waves.
Yep.
Although they appear to have added a couple of figures in.
Yeah, they did. And moved the ship over a little.
Mm.
Now they're shooting out a depth charge here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of changes,
A lot
actually.
going on.
Yeah, there is a lot happening.
And they've kept the main figure and then they've gone over the water with black, with extra.
Do you know, I prefer the first one.
Yeah, so do I.
Black and white one.
Yeah, I have to agree. Torpedoes away. He torpedoed the enemy cruisers. It meant doom for his own sub. What did he do? Find out inside.
I just did a calculation. 10 cents a copy. It was in 1941. It comes to about $5.50
today.
So yeah, so it's not the same price, aren't they? The price is similar.
Yeah. Lord Byron Archive in the house. Thanks for being here. Comic fans will sleep on Everett, and that is partially the fault of Marvel for how and what they reprint.
Yeah.
And how accessible they make it. So true.
Yep.
Yep.
As I say that, realizing it's generally not that profitable, but really Everett is so ahead of his time in the golden age and beyond, both in character development and art. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh. I was just looking at that cover with the changes that they made to it. And that's really cool because he added in the other boat, then they put the text box to block the original one. He added in some planes and stuff.
That's true. Yeah.
And it looks like it's shooting off depth charges out of that one too.
You know, they kept the initial wave. Nope, they took that
Yeah,
wave.
they added
there
to the
too.
wave.
They took
made
the wave
some
out of
changes.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Lord Byron Archive. So I appreciate you guys covering this and hope this video continues to reach people. We hope so too. Byron, if you know anybody else that might be interested in looking at this stuff, we've been doing this for a couple of years now, where we've been going through the stuff that we love and analyzing and looking it over, showing it off. Just people that we are inspired by and that we appreciate. So we've covered a lot of different eras here in comics. This book was sitting on the shelf and kind of stood out to me. So thought we'd show it off here on this Sunday.
The only thing I would change on this is I would take the fully rendered guys coming out of the sub on the right-hand page. I would put those on the original one. And that's something else I've noticed, that on the black and white one, the damage to the sub is more realistic to the one on the right. Yet they've made it a real mangled mess. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, no, I see.
I like the black and white one, but I would put those guys coming up towards the guy with the knife.
Yeah, I like them.
On the other side, yeah. I mean, they're halfway there, but he's in the middle of all the bubbles, isn't he? You can see his head and his shoulder on the black and white one. He's in the middle of all the bubbles coming out, isn't he?
Yeah.
You can't see him. I'd put that other guy on there.
Yeah, they cut the bubbles way down.
Yeah.
These guys here. Yeah.
Yeah. But
a lot of the sub details pretty much the same. You just can't see it because of the color.
Yeah, they're
Smashed
both
it out quite a bit.
They're both great though, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they're both fantastic. Yeah. Black Mat Gaming in the house this afternoon. I don't think color in some comics just goes down well. The black and white on this page, it looks way better than in color. Yeah, that's what we were saying. It looks more atmospheric, or would it be moody? Me both. Yep. Looks great.
They've also moved his signature as well, haven't they? Sorry, just his signature on the right-hand side is underneath the fin on the submarine, I think. Can you see it? And they've moved it up to other side.
Yeah, it's on the. I see it. Yeah, it's
Right here.
And
it's right there.
They've
Then they
moved it up above, and on the other side, it's below the submarine.
Yep.
See it straight down there?
Yeah, right there.
Right here.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's a plus for the artist.
Yeah. Still Comic Code Authority, though. It's in the late 50s. 57. Says I've just noticed he added 2 extra soldiers on the color page. Yeah, there's a lot of changes. Claims life ain't worth living without
you.
Get your artist on the ball, Submariner. To Ronald Goulart. Goulart? Yeah, Ron Goulart. With apologies. Huh. That's cool. Yeah, look at that inked page. Human bomb right there. Special radiation suit. Look at the faces here. It's made him look a little younger.
Does it say who's doing the lettering along the bottom there?
No, but I don't think it's Everett.
If Everett was doing the condensed style, this isn't him, is it?
Opposite watercolor. Above original art to young men, 26, page 2. Atlas, March 1954. It doesn't say anything other than that. Blake Bell must have known Ron Goulart, though he wrote a lot of books. Ron did.
Yep.
I've got a great paperback of the history of the pulp magazines that he wrote.
That guy in the blue on the left there, it looks a bit dodgy, doesn't it? His coat.
Yeah. Well, he's also got a huge ear here too. He kind of looks
like a
very
walrus.
cartoony. Here's a little criminal right there too.
Yeah.
That he's arrested.
Just looking at his coat.
Yeah. Oh, there too. Yep. Anyway. Is that Billy Club in his pocket, or is he happy to see him?
That's right. I think they do these things on purpose, to try and get away with it.
Yeah.
That's
well,
that's about.
That's a fan drawing anyway. He wrote that, or he drew that for Ron. It's like a convention sketch before conventions.
That looks like a Kirby drawing, that guy there in the orange, doesn't it? All those folds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's real nice, though.
Yeah, that's great.
He's the deep sea Avenger. Yeah. Scourge of the sea. Stories to hold you spellbound. What do you mean I'm in danger because of the horror stories I write? Look, I'm busy. Hang up.
Ghastly tales. Look at the girl.
Gotta not just have that blonde in there, but you gotta slide that cleavage in as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well placed, sir.
And make her the secretary by putting glasses on her.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's obviously the secretary, not the cleaner or
his wife.
His boss or his wife. No.
Yeah. Secretary. Composition wise, it works as an arrow right to the main action here too.
Yeah, that's why they did it.
That's exactly why they did it.
Look straight down that cleavage. Oh, there you go. That's what I was looking for.
I think he needs to reference his skull a bit more though. On the shelf. Like a Neanderthal. That's that skull's worth 19 billion quid because it's from 4 million years ago. But he doesn't know. He thinks it's his granddad.
It's there for inspiration, reference.
Yeah.
The problem with today's comics is that sometimes the colorist, them getting away, it seems just a stream. At least those ones with lots of details could be colored just flat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes away from that detail too when you run that flat color on them. Stain. This is to be the cleaner, she'd have to be a French maid. Beep beep. Matt Black says.
Yep. Then we have the rim shot, and he'll be here all week. Tip your waitress, try the veal.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Not at all. Venus.
His style really has. I mean, he's incredible how it's moved on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just goes to show that just getting on and drawing.
Yep.
Week in, week out, it improves yourself.
Exactly. Yep.
What's that guy got coming out of his back?
A woman.
Which guy? Here?
Oh, no, other side.
It's just the pop up.
Other page, but right at the bottom.
All right.
There where your hand is.
Right here.
Ooh.
What's he got?
Wings? Oh.
Yeah, it's like wings or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Horns.
Oh, he's a devil. He's a demon. Oh.
Must be demon wings growing. Strangest stories ever. Marvel tales. I think there has to be at least a half a dozen Venus covers with that exact same pose.
Yeah.
Only maybe different dresses that I've
It's a very
seen.
long arm, that.
Yeah, that too.
I think it's I think this basically, they put that whole thing down. The girl is actually part of the was it the trade dress for it? Let's put it down. And then
Yeah,
they
she's
sketch it.
like the main character in the book too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
She's got the same dress on the cover, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that her costume or something? Is that
Mhm.
Venus? Right.
And it's
What does she
Venus.
do? What does Venus do apart from get abused?
Narrate
Apparently
stories.
she's tied
probably.
up a lot.
Gets
She must
tied
be
up
into
a
that.
lot.
Well, she likes to be tied up and scream a lot.
No, some girls are into that. It's just the way it is.
Nothing wrong with that.
More
There
Venus.
she is again.
That's a classic cover. That's a great cover right there.
Look at that.
It's just fun. Mask slipping off the face.
Mm.
Good
Mm.
Halloween look to it. Strange stories of the supernatural Venus.
Burton's blood. That must be where you are, Randy.
Yeah, it is. Burton's blood.
Look at that green guy at the bottom. He's got his hands up. He's got two hand behind his back as well with a gun.
Yeah.
Like a four-armed Hulk.
Yeah, pretty much. This is also hot here. The little ghost
Yeah.
grabbing the guy, trying to pull him into the grave. That is sweet. Great work. Menace. Zombies. That was before the code kicked in.
Hmm.
Yep.
Wow.
It's never as strong as the power of love. How could he possibly have expected you to kidnap the girl who had once been your very own daughter? The end. For the best
Isn't that-
suspense stories, look for the Atlas seal on the cover. Yeah.
Isn't that a brilliant piece of writing there on that third panel where sort of Frankenstein or whatever is looking down? It says, now there are two dead men in the hut, one on the floor, one standing. Brilliant. That's brilliant. I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's cool. I like it.
great stuff.
I like the way the grabbing the guy's throat in like the second panel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just it's like, oh,
Both hands. Yeah. It's that whole facial expression reminds me of Basil Wolverton.
yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Astonishing. Oh, brand new Astonishing Tales. Featuring Down in the Cellar, The Hunter's Prey, and many other astonishing tales. Yeah, that's true. Everett right there.
The guy's having a bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, on the
That's
cover page, the back one, he's like,
this guy.
"Oh, I'm about locked out and falling apart." Okay,
Yeah.
that's approved by the Comics Code.
That's a heck of a lock, too.
Yeah, so that's a huge lock.
I'd say it's astonishing.
Very much so.
Marvel Tales. Look at that. Lighting on that. Cool.
That's great where that guy there's motioning to him, isn't it, with his hand on the cover.
Here? Yeah.
It seems to me like he's saying, come on, with his finger, you know.
Mm-hmm. By the light of the moon, what did Lucas see? Also, something in the fog.
You saw
The
that
double
girl
man
with the skinny jeans on.
and other mystery tales. Yeah. Off to
Then
the
you
side.
got you got the thing in the water. It's like, I'll teach you for throwing my ass in here, you little bastard. Get over here.
It's obviously death. Just look at the hood.
It's an early Swamp Thing.
Yeah. Oof. Yes, Bill Everett, known for the early Big Boy comics. Big Boy was a huge restaurant chain over here.
Yep. It's even in Terminator.
Yeah.
Great that they've got a comic book.
Yeah, that's the way to keep the kids quiet while they were sitting there waiting for the meal. Yeah.
And to get the kids in, because they'd want
Yeah.
a comic book, wouldn't they?
Yeah. They'd kick out one a month, I think, there for the longest time.
That's like I think it was your idea, Randy, when the Marvel comics, when the Marvel films come out, they should, and DC, they should have had a comic book in there, free comic books as well, to promote the comic book, you know?
Yep. Yeah.
But,
Yeah, these would have the adventures of Big Boy. It's a guy in that the little checkered overalls.
Yeah.
All of the stores, most of the restaurants that are still around, they're disappearing slowly but surely. But they usually have a big statue of Big Boy out in front of them, holding up a burger, holding up a big burger. A lot of fun. And they had Big Boy comics for years. And Bill started that. It was from what I understand, it was a good gig to have too, because you got advertising money for it as opposed to comic money. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got a better page rate.
Did he draw the interiors or did he just do the cover?
I think the first couple of issues he did everything in it. Yeah. I don't know if he's the one that pitched the idea or not, but I just know his work is in it. It was been listed in Overstreet for ever since Overstreet started.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those rare giveaways. I've seen a couple of them. Not you don't hardly see any of them anymore, anywhere.
What are they worth?
Seen a couple of them at shows. I couldn't tell you. Probably a couple hundred a piece for the early ones,
and
I could be low on that as well. Those giveaways are kind of hard to pin down value wise. They're usually worth whatever you can get somebody to pay for them for.
Hmm.
Look at that. The new easy open automatic door. Look at him. Brilliant. It's like mad, isn't it? It's that kind of
Yeah.
zany, I think they call it. Those pages are really tight, aren't they? Look at them.
Yeah, they
That's their
are.
house. Yeah.
You know,
It's shrunk down a lot too. So this almost reminds me of CC Beck here. Nice and clean, just solid lines all the way through.
Yeah.
It's that Nellie's Nonsense page. Yeah. Marvin Mouse. I want that one. Look at the guy's face. Mouse's face. Hilarious.
Oh, Il Duce.
Lorna the Jungle Girl. Jan of the Jungle. All of those were reprinted in Jungle Tales. They Marvel had a Jungle Tales for quite a while. What, a good dozen issues or so of Jungle Tarzan and Sheena rip-off character reprints until they put Black Panther in it. And McGregor's run on Black Panther were all Jungle Tales. Because I guess they didn't have enough faith to give Black Panther his own title back then. True Secrets.
El Duce, so it's better than El Duce. So yeah.
The Leader.
The Leader.
Voice in the Wilderness. Showdown at Eagle Rock. That's classic Western stuff.
Well, that's more like it. Look at that.
Oh, that's cool. That's really good.
Woohoo!
The Nosferatu.
Right into that Adam's apple. Yum yum.
Yeah.
Juicy.
Comics that went for the jugular.
Yep. You got the Nosferatu teeth. I think that guy needs a dentist.
That's a little.
My foot, it's gone.
Michael Hart in the house. Glad you're here. I don't know a lot about this era at all. Always fun to look back on this stuff. You'd be amazed at how great these comics were during the 50s and 60s, especially right before the code kicked in, and how adult they were, vicious at times. If you haven't seen Crime Does Not Pay, that's another title that we really need to look a little closer at here soon. The crime and horror comics were pretty vicious back then.
And just think, just before the code came in, everybody in America was running around doing stuff like that. And then the code came in and they all stopped.
Most of them were out of work. Marvel switched over to Giant Monsters, and Millie the Model and Venus became more of a superhero character.
Mm-hmm.
This is a pizza says that vampire scares. Yeah. Great stuff. Now for more modern Marvel. Look at this. This is the Everett that I started on here.
Wow.
Daredevil
returned
to Marvel and
so much.
Too soon. Yeah.
And on the top left with the banner, Kirby.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. These guys here.
Looks a bit Wally Woodish.
It's got an amazing inking style. It's just it's very unique to his work, very stylistic. I love this stuff. That's where I really came to appreciate his work, was off of these Submariner stories during this time. Submariner was fighting Stingray got introduced, and Sunfire was introduced then, the Japanese character.
Yep.
Just some fantastic work. A few photographs from around that period. Family shots.
Wendy and Randy. I didn't know you were his son, Randy.
Nope. There were a lot of Randys running around. I think it was almost like a country type name. Here's some commercial work. That really looks undergroundish here.
Yeah.
Almost like Dave Sheridan.
Is that the peanut fella?
Where? Here?
Planters
yeah.
Peanuts.
It sure does look like him, doesn't it? Only naked. Yeah. He's just chillaxing.
I have so many jokes I'm just not going to make.
It's all right. You can if you have to.
Oh, trust me, I'm tempted, but I'll just keep going. So,
It's another commercial illustration here. Look at that building. You see that line work?
Just drop it down, but that's it. Yeah, that's it.
That's cool.
It's great, isn't it?
And that.
You must have had a spare day for that one.
And then he got paid to draw a couple houses. Pretty crazy stuff. Great stuff.
Oh,
Daredevil. Early. From Daredevil number 1, page 3. 64. 1964.
weren't these off Kirby layouts?
I don't think so at this point. I think this is all Everett on Daredevil 1.
I believe it is. I don't think Kirby laid out Daredevil 1. I could be mistaken, but
Yeah.
He did the cover though, didn't he, Kirby? It was Kirby Coletta cover, wasn't it? Wasn't that costume that Kirby came up with, the yellow and black, wasn't clever, was it?
Looked more like a wrestling costume than a superhero one.
Yeah. And then Wally Wood came in and made it.
Bill Apex says, I have the Submariner Bill Everett archives. Yeah, cool. Great stuff there, too. All filled with great stuff. You can probably see, depending upon how far back they start, the evolution of his style in that book, too. It's early Hulk. Early Hulk.
Kirby layouts.
Yep. Layouts by Kirby, hulking artwork by Bill Everett. Nerdy Simek.
Kirby must have never gone to sleep, you know. He was doing everything in this period, wasn't he?
I don't think he slept much. I'll tell you, he was probably work, eat, and sleep on a lot of this.
Yeah.
Oh, we're quickly coming up to 2 hours here already. Crazy Doctor Strange there. If Kalu should triumph.
Oh no, not Kalu.
Hail, nerds. William
Hail.
Pace in the house. Hail, hail.
colludes and cahoots.
If Kalu should triumph. Gonna have to speed it up, I'm afraid. Here we go. Moment of truth. That's a Bill Everett I know.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very Bill Everett, yeah.
Whole lot of talking though. Stan Lee.
Nothing to see here. Just a guy running down the street with just his pants on.
And his
Speedo.
bathing.
Nothing to see here either. A bunch of sound effects right there. Boom, 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 snap. Crazy. Love that stuff.
Lots of energy in there, though. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. Yep. R.J. Carter in the house. Oh, fabulous day. Kalu Calais. Yep. Back in the day when you actually had to read a comic. Yep. That's true.
I feel like that's commentary on something, but I'm not positive what.
I think so. It's another little convention sketch, it looks like.
Ooh.
That's made especially for Is that Martin Green? Martin Green, it looks like. Yeah. August 1968. It's Martin Green. What's that? Capital City? Oh, I know he's. I remember that name from comics history. I can't tell you exactly where. Oh, there's a great one. Look at that. That's sweet. Outlaw Kid. Nice.
What do you mean this is Poison Ivy?
Exactly. The Wrath of the Wrecker. Yeah, there we are. That's classic Bill Everett to me.
Like his rendering of Namor in the second panel.
Yeah.
It's it reminds me of dynamic anatomy.
Yeah.
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 A little heavy on that musculature there.
Yeah.
It's a little bit. But
It's
the
nice.
way
Oh,
it's
look at that. It's great.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool.
Also, the way he's put his hand on the side of the panel.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's also something I like it when artists break the panel and stuff like that and do neat stuff like that. As long as it like directs you to where to go next and doesn't like interfere.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually something that Dave Finch said to me about when he looked. He goes, "I like never break the panel, but you do it very well." So
I think it's one of those things. If you don't overdo it, it's good. It's good fun.
Yep.
Yeah. Like I always use it as a storytelling piece to lead people to the next shot and stuff like that. I don't just do it for the sake of doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always try to make it look cool. So.
That's the rule.
Yep, the rule of cool.
Love that cover. This is fun.
Great. Namor is another character that dislikes to be tied up, apparently. Another woman is into being tied up.
There's lots going on there. That's great.
It is. Yeah.
I thought the shark was a dolphin for a second, but, it's fine.
RJ says he's got a well-defined life fell because trapezius. Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of did.
Just like that Captain American drawing Liefeld did. Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Mind you, that's Dan Adkins. He's only into it. I say only. What a fantastic drawing that is.
Mm-hmm.
That great line work here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Believe it or not. Kazar. Almost looks like it is. Yeah, Barry Windsor Smith, penciler, Bill Everett inking on this. Kazar, Lord of the Jungle.
Believe it or not.
So he says.
It's a very strange leg that guy's got.
What, Kazar there?
Yeah, look at it.
That is a little weird.
It's probably one of those he drew in Central Park on a bench.
Doesn't quite look like Kazar there, though. It's looks like a kid.
Yeah.
It's got a kind of a thin musculature there.
Because sitting on a bench in Central Park does make you draw strange things.
Apparently.
He's probably watching somebody walk by and like, I'll sketch that in. When the behemoth rises.
Rises the behemoth.
Or when rises the behemoth.
Yeah.
Adam Austin, that's Gene Colan.
Adam Must. Yeah, that does. Yeah. He must have been under contract with something else. That's definitely Colan.
Yeah, he was working at DC,
Everett
so he had a different name.
Yeah.
Adam Austin is Gene Colan.
Cool.
I'll tell you what, Artie Simek and Sam Rosden saw a lot of fantastic work, didn't they? Because they'd see the raw pages.
Yep. And then they had the letter on them.
Yeah. To spoil it all.
Oof.
Okay, that's one of the things I like about digital lettering. Just saying. I can always turn off the letters.
Bish bash bosh.
We don't have a lot left to go in this book, folks. We're probably going to run a little over 2 hours, just so you know.
Is that his pencil work there in that middle?
Yes,
panel?
it is.
Yeah, that's definitely his pencil
That's
stuff.
the middle. It's really tight,
Definitely.
isn't it?
Yep.
Lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, real nice.
And I bet he's put that letter in as well for the letter to embellish.
The balloon indications, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
the sound
effects and stuff. Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
beautiful, isn't it?
I love putting in my own sound effects on right on the board and stuff like that. I have more fun with it.
Same here.
Then I can make it part of the art easier.
That is especially tight right there. There we are. Sunfire.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's Sunfire. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's cracking.
Not a lot to complain about there. It's the bent perspective and everything. Oh, they're in a tube. Doctor Strange.
I never liked his Doctor Strange. I didn't think his style worked with it.
Well, Ditko made such a mark.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard for anybody to come in afterwards and be as good, especially with the off-worldly stuff.
I thought the best post-Ditko art on Doctor Strange when he was still in Strange Tales was Dan Adkins. I didn't like Marie Severin's work on it either so much.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I thought Dan Adkins put a good performance in. But like you say, it was Steve Ditko, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think Frank Brunner should have done a lot more Doctor Strange work too. He picked it up right towards the very end, I think, of Strange Tales in the first Doctor Strange book. Didn't do enough of that work. Here we go.
Whoa, got that.
Just gets better and better.
Oh, that's amazing. The Man Who Stole Eternity.
That's a Warren, I think. That's what that looks like. Written by Gardner Fox. Illustrated by Bill Everett. Let's see where that was from. From. Oh, I can't see a timeline. Something. Let me switch glasses again. Sometimes these books print so small. Rawhide Kid. This page, opposite Psycho, number 3, page 1. Skywald. It does. Earthquake. Sorry, folks. There we go. We see it all right?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, this is all line work here. Beautiful. Took him a while, that's for sure. Some humor stuff. Postcards, it looks like. That's cool. Hi, Wendy. Don't know why you want this, but here it is. Cool.
Oh, for his daughter, aren't they?
Yeah. This is how I looked when Mummy come home. There we are. News flash from behind the Iron Curtain.
That is beautiful. I absolutely love that.
Some
That's a
mad or
real-
cracked work there. Yeah.
I was going to say, yeah, it's a real mad type of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that firing squad there. With got a bazooka and a rifle and a bow and arrow. And the guy's asleep on leaning on the electric chair.
The wooden sword.
Yeah. That's great, isn't it?
Guy here in the chandelier filming it all. Drink Pepsi Cola. This guy poking out from behind his nose and eyes.
It's like Richard Nixon, that guy, isn't
It's Outsky boxes.
Visit our lovely, glamorous salt mines. Glorious weeks in Upper Siberia, all expenses paid.
Got the guy unaliving himself in the over in the doorway entrance thing.
Yeah.
This is a 2-page spread from Cracked #1.
Right.
Yeah.
So good.
Mad Imitator ran for decades. That John Severin was a big contributor to that for many, many, many years. William Blake Everett. The Everett Art Gallery here. It's nice and solid work there from 39. Real heavy line work. Nice style. The general collection of his work here. At the end, Blue Bolt Challenge Comics. Adventures into Weird Worlds. We guarantee these to be the weirdest stories ever told. Next.
There's like sort of a crumb style there, isn't there?
There is, yeah, very much so. A lot of that line work.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, the way he hatches the background, especially the way he has the hatching and the bricks and everything, that definitely reminds me of our crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, Apex Comics says agreed, Randy. Frank Brunner should do a Doctor Strange special if Marvel can afford him. Marvel doesn't care anymore. Lost in the Graveyard. Those days, I'm afraid, are probably gone. The Russian Devil. Look at that. It's just great. Get up, Ivan. Can't escape us by dying. We're not through with you yet. Take him to Detroit. Yeah. Anyway. Great stuff.
Yeah, it's incredibly fun. The evil eye.
Look at that.
That eye is great.
Look at that.
It's the apocalypse.
It's so evil.
So's this guy. Man, he looks vicious.
That's an evil Muppet.
I looked into the eye for too long and it stared back.
Crazy stuff. Look at that. That's great.
All the women on that spread have got the same clothes on. Those 3 women. They've got the same dress on.
They're all teared up,
Yeah,
tore up.
that's why they're all ripped up. Is all the women are like, I can't believe you wore my dress.
It's all the eye's fault.
Yep.
They're all at the same wedding.
They're all bridesmaids. Yeah.
It
Adventures.
could be like the school uniform I used to have to wear.
Oh.
We all looked alike then.
Terror.
All ripped off.
Well, if they're all ripped up, I think we would have been sent home. The boys probably wouldn't have been, but the girls definitely would have been. Catholic school and all. So.
It's great. This is crazy. Such imagination back then. That's great. Sports action. True story of baseball's man behind the mask. The signals are all batty. You can't tell me what to throw. I'll pitch what I want. Yeah. What's that? Again, more looks like Basil Wolverton stippling here. It's great. It's fantastic work.
And the eyes.
Yeah, and the eyes. Here's another black and white cover here.
With the changes.
Yeah, redone. Looks like it'd been redrawn.
Yeah, completely redrawn. Yeah.
I have to say, I kind of like the original a bit better.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah, the black and white one's great.
Yeah, the black and white one isn't as
Dynamic. It's not as
imposing, is it? It's
Yeah.
not as
Got to have the big menacing dude with the hood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got the executioner guy. Then we got
Rasputin.
Yep.
rah rah.
Just not evil enough. Yeah.
We have like the Jack the Ripper style guy in there.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it in the black and white one, they all look like they might be going, "Hey, what are you doing here? Let's have a party."
Yeah.
Whereas in the color one, they look menacing. They look like they maybe want to
Yeah.
make him into a waxwork as well.
Yeah, that's the size though difference. They were towering over him here, and here it just looks
Well,
like they're mad
she's
at him for
towering.
not bringing the hors d'oeuvres.
She looks like she's got some heels on.
Yeah,
I tell you
Yeah,
what,
probably. And that corset's definitely a little tight.
just a little.
I mean, how long has he spent drawing that original cover?
At least a
Just gonna
day.
say,
I
the
would
corset,
think.
The
And
original,
it hurts.
sorry, the original looks like it's had more effort put in as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It does.
And
Yeah.
why wasn't it sort of stopped at the pencil page? Approved at the pencil page?
Don't know. Unless he did it all at once and just brought it in. He might have had it approved off of a thumbnail rough.
Yeah.
And then brought it in. They decided to go more horrific.
Matt's just saying village people are in the black and white. Or
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
adamant.
Yeah. Yeah. Stand and deliver.
Or maybe. Adamant. Yeah.
Yep.
Navy combat. Navy action. Look at that. That's sweet. Cutaway here.
I love that. That's great. They got the
That
See,
is.
the colouring on that is great.
Yeah, the coloring on that is really
Yeah.
good. Actually, coloring on both of them is pretty good.
Very
I like
small
the
depth charge, though, isn't it?
Yeah, very small depth charge.
Should have been like that big coming
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
The machinery back here though is real wood. Real
Yeah,
wood.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you
much
get
so.
that yellow light onto it with a sort of vaguely bluish
Yeah.
hue afterwards. Yeah.
Little hints in the background just to drop the characters back.
Mm.
It's amazing.
See, that machinery looks like it'd work, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is nice.
It looks like it'd go a chuff chuff.
Yeah. Life and death aboard the silent submarine.
Torpedo Taylor.
Yep.
I like the way they emphasize stuff. It says there, dedicated to the valiant ships and courageous men of the United States Navy. 10 cents, starring Torpedo Taylor.
Yellow
Oh
Claw.
no!
Oh, there he is.
That's not a
It's
yellow
very
pearl cover if I hadn't seen one.
Oh yeah.
Look at that bottom left one there. He walks in the night. Look at that. Here's
That top
Johnny.
left cover, I like that.
Yeah.
I like all those covers. They look great. I mean, even the fairly simple one, like the hands coming through the doorway / wall, and the guy and the girl like, oh crap.
Peter Parker
Oh crap! I've just lost my pants.
and Jack Nicholson coming through the door.
Yep.
Brains.
What happens when you say the magic words?
You lose your dick.
Crotch disappears. Got it. Okay.
No, your pager goes off.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh, that was terrible. I love it. That was great. No. Where's the ding on that one?
Oh,
There
a
we
little
go.
late, but there anyway. Yeah.
Randy was like, no, that one's just too bad to get the ding.
Oh dear.
Crickets.
Oh,
Oh,
Few
wow.
commercial
Hello.
pieces.
that's more like it. It's like Elizabeth Taylor.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Mhm.
I think her blouse is a little undone in the front.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Just a little.
I think they should make blouses like that.
They
Yeah.
do.
That's real typical of the 50s, the men's magazine illustrations.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
right in that
Yeah,
style.
they gotta show the garter and everything. Get a
But
little-
but look
nothing
how
wrong with that at all.
look how he's improved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw those soft pencil works at the start of the book, and now you look at these.
yeah, that
This-
is it's an amazing piece.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's like his anatomy has improved so much.
And he even
That
drew
would
the
be-
boob right.
This would
Yeah.
be ink wash back here, right?
Yeah,
Did it?
that's
Yeah.
why. That's what the guy's thinking. That's an amazing piece.
Yeah. it is. Oh, wait a minute. There you are.
Sexism rules.
I like the piece, and I'm a girl, so
There you go.
I'm a
She's a-
firm
she's
believer
a
there ought to be
girl.
equal opportunity entertainment out there.
Yeah, equal
equal.
opportunity to enjoy smut.
There should be cheese as well as
Absolutely.
beefcake, you know?
Yep,
That's
yep,
right.
Oh, yeah.
everywhere. Yep.
one of the reasons
Absolutely.
I read comics is because they had, big guys in it. So
Yeah, there you go.
Especially back during the 80s when everybody's costume got open chested.
Yeah, everybody got ripped.
Falcon and Luke Cage
the
all were all
shirts
showing
were
their
ripped
pecs off.
then
Yeah.
you had the basically it's back when you had like some of the costumes, like they put them on female characters now, but they did put them on male characters back then.
Yeah.
Yes, they did. Yep. Little dog
Oh,
calendar.
Oh,
here.
that's lovely.
All
Look
those
at
dogs
that.
are amazing.
Yeah.
That's you can just feel the fur on that Great Dane, can't you?
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Really well done. All three of them. Sweet.
Bork,
Bork.
bork, bork, bork. Oh, and comedic.
Oh.
Oh, there you go.
That's so good.
You can do
That's
everything.
great.
That
It's
that
that's
is
a
so
piece of cotton candy dressed up.
yeah. That reminds me of all the crappy 60s stroke 70s cartoons
Yeah.
that you used to get at Christmas. Or the one where he's a piece of legislation on the steps of
I'm just a bill.
Oh, that
Yeah.
the
yeah, that
Schoolhouse
one.
Rock.
Just
Schoolhouse Rock. Yeah.
He-
Just a bill.
That bottom
Yeah, but
left with the
if I think
car.
about it, I can still remember the preamble to the Constitution though, because of Schoolhouse Rocks.
They taught a lot of kids a lot of stuff with them
Yeah.
songs, and they're still ingrained in us today. Yeah.
I was just like, I think it was like in 5th grade or something. We had to memorize the preamble to the Constitution. I remember I just kind of tapped my foot and then I belted it out, and the teacher's like, "Yep, now the Schoolhouse Rocks kid."
Yeah.
crazy man, crazy.
Well, I remember I heard The Night Before Christmas read so much that I could recite it from memory. Can't do it anymore, but in 7th grade we had to memorize it. I already knew it. So.
Look at that. Look at the ink on there.
There's some of his Submariner material. Yeah. Beautiful.
That's great.
Look at
I
that.
love that,
Love
that
this.
sound effect. Yeah, that is great.
With those feet just barely there.
Yeah.
The wings. Being attacked or imprisoned by a giant crab monster.
As you do.
As
Yeah,
you do.
well, the crab's like, trying to have me with melted butter, are you?
It's Lobstar. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Encased in a pat of butter.
Yep.
Yep. End notes.
That's it. That's it.
More end notes.
We enjoyed that. That was good.
Yeah, that was
what
a great book.
What a
That was-
marvelous book. It's just really well presented. It's like really nice
well
paper
done.
stock by the look of it.
Yep.
Just everything about it is lovely.
It's a very nice book.
Yeah.
Just have another look, Randy. See if you can see when it came out. Is it the 80s Fantagraphic?
No, I don't think it's Fantagraphics. It's it might be.
It says it on the
There's-
back there, doesn't it?
There's an FB on the spine. Yeah,
Wasn't that
Fantagraph-
80s? Was it late 70s or early 80s Fantagraphics?
Let me look for a
81,
copyright date
2,
here.
is it?
Mm.
And of course, they put it in this miniature font. It's like next to impossible to read.
It's only miniature for us old people.
Oh no! It is. Believe me, It is small. Very small.
It's also out of focus. I think I might need new glasses.
Well, that's the
Oh wait, no, it's the camera.
Please hold,
even
caller.
with my bifocals on, I can't read a publishing date here. Looks like 1990. 1986, maybe. I don't know. There is a copyright date there, but it's so small I can't pick it up with my bifocals even.
Never mind.
Yeah, can't see it. Anyway, folks, the name of the book is Fire and Water. Bill Everett and the Origins of Marvel, Submariner, in the early years of Marvel Comics. Right there.
Cool.
Folks, we appreciate you stopping by. We hope you enjoyed this book as much as we loved bringing it to you. I'm looking it up right now to see if there's a date on it. If there's an Amazon listing for it, there should be. There is a version of it that just came out, hardcover 2010. Fire and Water, another print of it that's available on Amazon right now.
Oh, nice.
For,
How much is it?
Good.
Oh, it might not be available. I don't see a price on it.
Oh, yeah,
They have a listing,
problem.
but it is a different cover. Let me check here. Hardcover again. There's no price on it. Fantagraphics. This is 1010. Oh, 2010. That's when it was printed. But yep, you might be able to find it somewhere or at a show someplace. I don't know. These art books are getting harder and harder to find as they go along. Like they said in the chat, just Marvel just doesn't have any appreciation for the stuff that they've got sitting in their library, just waiting for people to read. There's so much timeless material out there that's being neglected. It's not even funny, but we love showing it off here. So, which we do every Sunday at 9 a.m. Next Sunday, we'll have more stuff. I'm not quite sure who we'll feature yet, but it'll be along this line, maybe some independent material on the way. And Friday mornings, we're looking at the Great Mobius. We do this again Friday at 5 a.m. live, but we're also archived, like I said, over at Comic Book Black Belt YouTube channel, the Randy Zim YouTube channel, and the Indie Comics Network YouTube channel. This Friday, we're going to be looking at Mobius 2, Arzak. That's the character that most people got introduced to Mobius from, at least if they were early heavy metal fans like I was. Yep. Great material. That's Friday on Comics by Night. Friday mornings at 5 a.m. Or archived to be watched at your convenience. We know the majority of our viewership comes after the fact, and we deeply appreciate everybody who watches this show. If you've enjoyed this show, tell your friends. We can't have enough eyes on this show, and wherever you're watching us, make sure you hit that like button. Leave us a comment. Any kind of interaction with what we do just goes to help our algorithms and helps get more eyes on our stuff. And we don't get paid for this. We're not monetized through YouTube or anything like that. We do this because we love it. We love to show this stuff off. We especially love talking about it. And we hope that you've enjoyed listening to our discussion as we went over this great work. We're glad you're all here. Allison, tell folks how they can find you.
You can find me here at the Indie Comics Network with Arting with the Alley Cat, Fridays at 3, when I can actually go and do it. Also, you can find me over on Kickstarter with my last Sentinel comic, which is funding now. So feel free to go get that. And that's my cat, not my mouse. I'll just stick the link in here again.
And hang on, I've got that. Let me show that off here.
And I also hang out with these great people on Saturdays.
He
What's
did
that?
this.
There we
Yeah,
are.
whatever.
Kickstarter, folks. The Last Sentinel.
Yep. I've already reached my goal, so that's good. So it definitely is getting funded, and I have the vast majority of it done already. So it'll be going to the printer fairly shortly after the campaign, finishes, and I get the money.
Great stuff, folks. Barely 28 days left in the campaign. Look at that.
I do it's kind of a love letter to the Bronze Age of how I do a lot of the stuff with the coloring. I also mix in like watercolor and stuff like that in the backgrounds.
There we are. Yeah.
Now, one of my
Nice.
crazy city sequences. And that's a preview page from an issue yet to be made. No, somewhat made.
Alley Cat
That
Comics.
is my textured cover where I made it look beat up. So you can get a copy of the whole thing that looks like it basically has been sitting in someone's back pocket for a while. I stained it and everything else.
As
That
most
is
comics
map.
should look.
Yeah, that is the map that I made that has the world of it. I'm in the process of inking it and everything right now. Well, actually, I've got one version of it here. I had to get it scanned and everything. But the original is right here. And I'm
Hang on
making
just a
basic.
second.
Yep.
Let me enlarge you here.
Yep.
There we are.
So there's a cloth map of this being made that you can get. That's the world it's set in.
Cool.
And it's a kind of a science fantasy world. It's like post-apocalyptic kind of setting. As I said, it's a world of ruin or a broken world.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I was inspired by the Book of the New Sun by Gene Wolfe. But let's be realistic. I was inspired by Thundar the Barbarian. So
Looks like a little Dragon Ball Z mixed in there.
well, it's just my manga-ish stuff. I actually started drawing this a while ago, and this has basically been going on for a while. I've been working on this for a while.
Okay.
Cool.
So it has
Kickstarter, folks. The Last Sentinel. Comic by Allison. All right.
Yep, and there's a little trailer.
Over there now. There is a link in the chat for you to go over there and use and enjoy. Buy in if you can.
Hey, Apex.
Apex is in the house. This is more funny books next Sunday. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get something. Been meaning to show off a bunch of like Vaughn Baudet or Gilbert Sheridan. I've got the whole run of Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers. And we might save that for April, just to do a.
Could we do
Hollywood
some crumb work?
Some what?
Or would that be too risque?
We definitely can. We just have to be careful.
Yeah, I think it would just depend on what we were doing.
Yeah.
Do you have any American Splendor? Because I know he did some stuff for that.
I do have a little American Splendor, but I do have the full run of Fritz the cat.
That's the one we have to be careful of.
What a great film it is as well.
Yeah. That's got a little bit of adult material in it. Yeah.
Just a little.
Just
a little. Glenn, tell folks how they can find you.
You can find me on these shows on Friday and Sunday with these people that we've been speaking with and to and from and whatever. If you go to Fund My Comic, you'll be able to get a copy of my Hatch book. Hatch is my character. There's lots of artwork in there. This history is in there. Came to be pencil work and everything. If you go to Amazon, you'll be able to get copies of Comics Limited, which is a 100-page magazine I put out every now and again. I think I'm on for issue 16 at the moment. And if you go to New Haven Press or Amazon, you can get a copy of my book about Jack Kirby, my visits to his house and conversations with him. But if you put my name in Google, you'll find lots of stuff there. Amazon has got other books I've written, science fiction books, all kinds of things. So Amazon and Google, whichever you choose.
Cool. Yeah. Russ, tell folks how they can find you.
You can find me over at russleach.com. Sign up for the email list there so you can find out what's going on with our latest production, The Atlantean. there you go. There's the print files are mostly put together now. I'm just waiting on some final edits, and it should be done. So there's I can show you what's going on. That's the pin-up on the inside back cover, and next issue we've got some. We've got a great Hatchlantian strip in there, and some editorial from Randy about the background to the book. And there'll be more of that kind of stuff next month, and or next issue, should I say? The next issue will be available in early next year. So we're talking end of Feb, start of March. We're going to be doing 3 a year, maybe 4 if we're lucky, but definitely 3. And we're having a great time putting those books together, and really looking forward to everybody receiving their copy. We're at the end of this particular crowdfunding campaign. We're on 138. We'd really like to see 150 before the in-store closes out, but we're ready to go to print just about. So you should be getting your books if you have backed by the end of the month, end of November. And, we know it's tough out there. So, if you can shout about the book, keep sharing it to other people. We got some interest right at the end of the campaign where people were saying, keep it out open in store. We've got people interested. And if you can't buy a book now, issue 1 will be available when we go to issue 2 in the new year. So, just stick with us, and hopefully we can provide you with quality work consistently, something that we're really quite committed to. So check me out, russleach.com, sign up for that email list, and we'll tell you when the next issue is on its way.
And that link is there in the chat too for Fund My Comic, Atlantean 1. Go over there and take a look, buy in if you can, folks. It's a fun book, self-contained book. You don't have to have read The Shadow Kingdom in order to enjoy Atlantean 1.
That's one of the good things about those classic pulps is they're pretty standalone.
Yeah, it's the idea.
Oh, could I show one other thing?
Sure.
Very cool.
Just
Share
the
and
one?
pop it in there.
Oh, this right here. This is the cover for issue 3. This kind of
Right.
shows you how far ahead I am.
Okay. Cool.
Is that going to be in black and white like that?
I'm probably going to have a black and white version, but I intended on coloring it.
Because I prefer that, and you've not colored it yet.
Apex says Atlantean looks great, Russ.
Thank you.
Looks really good. Yeah.
The coloring stuff that I've been doing, like I was messing kind of with a duotone look.
Mm-hmm. You can see.
Duotone look. So
Yeah, it works really well.
I've been having a lot more fun with doing things like this. Basically, a lot of what I'm doing is like a love letter to, I said, the Bronze Age of comics, the manga I love, and Ninja Turtles is definitely a big influence on me.
There you go. Yeah.
The original Ninja Turtles. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell. Folks, I've been your host, Randy Zimmerman. You can find most of my work over at aerocomics.store. You can also go over to fundmycomic.com and see the Atlantean 1 is all original material based off of that Shadow Kingdom story that is in public domain. There is just a few limited copies of Shadow Kingdom still available over at the store. You can also order it through the Atlantean 1 campaign as well. We deeply appreciate you being here. Please go over to aerocomics.store. Go over and visit your local retailer. 2, if you get a chance, spend a couple hours there. Look through those boxes that are closest to the floor. They've got a little dust on them. Maybe the retailer hasn't priced them in a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? And go in there and take advantage of some great comic stuff. There is so much great sequential artwork out there just waiting for you to discover. Even if you don't care much for the modern stuff, go back and read the old stuff. Read the stuff that you love and tell people that you love it. You know, there's so much antisocial behavior right now on these social platforms. Go out there and talk positively about comics and talk about sequential art. No matter what comics you enjoy, go out there and tell folks. If you enjoyed this broadcast, please tell others about it as well. So, and we'll see you real soon. Friday mornings, 5 a.m. for Comics by Night. And again, back here Sunday morning at 9 a.m. for the Sunday Funnies. We deeply appreciate you again for stopping by. Thanks so much for being here.
See you
And
later.
we'll see you on the next one. Take care.
That's for done, yeah.
And it was this desire to lead in gumball innovation that would change everything forever.
What we were trying to do was make the gumballs more orange, but what we did instead was open a rift in the space-time continuum, unleashing a godlike entity. You know, it happened.
Holy shit. That is the craziest thing I have ever seen. And I'm Dennis Quaid, and Dennis Quaid has seen some shit.
How many times a week do I eat butter sausage? I can't count that high.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit.